Hey y'all. So I wanted to share something with you guys. For those who are American citizens, American born, and come from a Mexican descendancy, like your parents or your grandparents are Mexicans, I just wanted to let you guys know that there is a free process at El Consulado Mexicano to get your Mexican citizenship, and you could have dual citizenship. Just to let you guys know, it is actually a thing, and it is a free service. And if you come from a Mexican descendancy, you should really be taking advantage of this, mainly because it is opening doors to opportunities for y'all. And my main reason why I want to do this is because I'm saving myself tourist fees. I went to Mexico twice this year. The last time I went was in May 2025. We're in December 2025. And I bought flight tickets for me and my daughter. And I paid $100 for me, American dollars for me, and another $100 for my daughter because we are not Mexican residents. We are tourists. So we pay tourist fees. And I mean, you can say that's just 100, whatever. But if you're going to like tourist sites, right, you have to pay attractions, transportation, museums, which sometimes can be free for residents or at a much lower price, right? You get a discount for me and a Mexican resident. But you also, other than saving the tourist fees, you also get to stay there as long as you want. And I do someday will love to relocate to a beautiful tourist site in Mexico. And you can study there, and you can work there, and you can invest there. You can buy homes, property. And if your parents have a house, you can probably help them manage that house eventually somewhere down the future. Again, it's a free process, guys. If you guys have that opportunity to get this dual citizenship and become a Mexicano citizen, take advantage. It's free. However, I will tell you this, because they are very picky in the process. And I just got rejected on my first attempt. So, I got rejected, and I know I've heard of this happen. It happened to one of my cousins on the names, the typos. Names incorrect, the typos on the name. Maybe not on yours, but mostly on the parents. And this is very common in the Mexican culture. My dad told me that back in the days, they would not register you immediately. And then eventually when they did, it could have been weeks, even a month, when they did send somebody to go register your birth. They will give them a certain name and day, and that's it. And by the time that the person traveled from our small town to the actual city to register them, they would completely forget the name or forget the date. So they would just give them a random name and a random date. And so it is common for Mexican born people to have like the wrong date of birth, the wrong name, the name that they didn't even choose, for them. So whatever, it's obviously a thing. But I got rejected because my dad's last name is officially Meza with the Z. That is the correct last name. But on his damn birth certificate, he has Meza with an S. And on my birth certificate from Illinois, everything is Meza. All of our last names is Meza with the Z. But it was not going to match his birth certificate. And I looked into this. I actually reached out to one of his sisters who is in Mexico. I told her, Tia, can you please, go change this for him? Like, I will pay you. I'll give you a power of attorney, whatever you need, so you can get this changed so that I can do this process. My dad told me, oh, honey, she said, your dad already asked me the same thing years ago, maybe in the 90s, early 2000s. She said, when he was trying to do his residency here in the USA. She said, I realized, well, I was told that he has to come down here personally to come do it himself. So I got a contact of an office in Mexico. I got the same thing via email after I provided what I needed corrected on his thing. And they told me the same thing. He needs to go all the way down there personally to fix it himself. So I know my dad. Even before my dad told me all this, if my dad didn't do this for himself a long time ago when he was trying to get his green card, he sure ain't gonna do it for me now. So what I did And my dad was very scared of this. So what I did, I translated his birth certificate because I am a certified translator in Spanish to English documents or vice versa. I translated his documents and I sent it to Illinois to have my birth certificate correct his last name to reflect Meza with an S like it shows on his birth certificate, even though I know it's incorrect. So I had that done. I came here to El Consulado and they didn't take it because my last name is still Meza with a Z. I never changed my last name because I don't have to go to all the trouble of changing my last name, everywhere, including my notary stamp for Texas. So they say they won't do it because in Mexico you have to have your dad's last name and your mother's last name. So they wouldn't take it. Now, the staff member who helped me told me that it is a very lengthy process for my dad to go all the way to Mexico and have this process done because my dad has to hire an attorney, has to go in a court trial in front of a judge to have his name corrected from birth. And it's a lengthy process, he said. So he said that I am better off changing my last name to Meza with an S to reflect my dad's incorrect birth certificate last name. So that is my dilemma. I'm gonna have to, I don't even want to tell my dad about this lengthy process that he has to hire and all this attorney and judge or whatever, because he's not even gonna want to go. It's hell no, he's not gonna want to go. So I don't even know what I'm gonna do, you guys, because now that means I have to change my birth certificate, which is the easiest thing. I can just send it off like I did, $15, Illinois, change my last name, but then I had to change everything else. I have to change, my ID, my passport, my bank accounts, my notary stamp, all this stuff, man. So we'll see. Just wanted to share the experience. Wanted to share that process is free if you guys want to take advantage of it. And also to learn from my mistakes. Anyways, I will keep you guys updated. See what I decide. And if I do end up getting it, what happens. Anyways, we'll see y'all later.